time comes, don't postpone it. When others doubt and out you.
Hey everybody, it's AG. Alongside me, I got Bruce Lewis.
What's going on?
The setting has changed a little bit.
Just a little bit.
And is there a reasoning behind this?
Well,
change?
we were going to have the baby on the podcast, and we're up here. But, everything's already set up, so why make a change?
And it's comfy.
Yeah.
We
like the couch. It's better than the tall chairs that we were sitting in, so.
Yeah, but today we got a lot to talk about. It was a pretty crazy weekend full of a lot of violence.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where to start. I think we'll start with the Ignite fights. It was a local Muay Thai card, downtown Minneapolis, the Hyatt Regency Hotel. Ignite Fights always does a good job with matchmaking, and this card was very entertaining and fun to watch.
Yeah, all the way through.
But a few fights that I highlighted. First one I'm going to get into is Justin Gachaba against Anthony Pomerleau. Gachaba was aggressive out of the gate. He had real good step and elbows. Pomerleau was trying to march in, kind of more Muay Thai style, but every time he marched in, he was getting hit with elbows, pretty much stopping him in his tracks.
Yeah, Gachaba did a nice job of keeping, too. He kept him at a distance, kind of used his range.
Yeah, very aggressive, aggressive. Then he landed a real nice knee in the second round to Pomerleau. Then he reset. Pomerleau tried to march back in, got hit with the flush right hand. Second round KO, and that Gachaba was only 17 years old, so he's probably the man at school on Monday.
Yeah, today he went back to school, and he's probably living it up.
Yeah, for sure, big time. But Pomerleau did pretty good on the inside. He did his best, and sometimes you get caught with a clean shot, and you just got to move on to the next one.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Pomerleau, he'll come back.
He's young. He was 18, so two young kids going at it.
He'll come back.
Another great fight was Ozzie Judge and Jesse Denklau. First of all, Ozzie Judge is a legend of Minnesota MMA.
43 years old.
43 years old. Both these guys are up there in age. A lot of respect for that, getting in there, doing your thing. And I'll tell you what, I know you saw the replay on the stream. I was there live. Yeah. That place was electric for Ozzy.
Yeah.
He's a local. It was a very entertaining fight. It got Fight of the Night honors, so that's a big time thing,
Hey, and I didn't even think he was going to make it. So when he got that cut right above his eyebrow, it was pouring blood. I didn't think they were.
Yeah, I thought they might have called it. That was a nasty cut. But like he said in the post-fight interview, once he sees blood, it's time to turn on the jets and get after it. That's exactly what he did.
He started unloading.
Yeah, Denklau was answering all the bells and got in the third round. Denklau was just exhausted. They had to call the fight. But, it was a great fight. If you should have been there live, it was nuts. It was so much fun to watch. Two older guys just going in there, giving it all they got. You love to see it. It's good for the sport, too.
I'll have to come by the next time that we have some more fights.
Yeah, you will. So I think their next card is actually the 17th in Austin, Minnesota.
Okay.
I will not be taking the trip down there.
That's a little bit far.
Yeah, but another great fight was Ryan Stock and Floyd Hodges. Lots of knockdowns. There's lots of knockdowns. Stock dropped Hodges twice in the first round. So, you got to give him a 10-8 for that. A lot of respect for Hodges getting back up. Coming into that second round, dropped Stock. So that was big. You give that round a 10-9 to Hodges. So,
first round, what, 10-8?
Yep, 10-8. Then you got 10-9 in the second round to Hodges. So, you still got Stock ahead in the leaderboard. Hodges came out pretty strong in the third round. He looked good. They actually gave the fight to Hodges.
It could have gone either way, really, too. I think, like we discussed earlier, I think a draw.
I think a draw would have been the right call. But you don't never know with the judges around here.
Right.
You just can't leave it in the hands of the judges. And that's what happened. It is what it is. A lot of respect to both of those guys. It was a great fight. Hope to see those guys maybe go after it again. Then you had Teresa Bronco and Wendy Edmondson. Teresa looked great in there. That was a Class A title fight for 127 pounds, so she came away with the belt.
Way to go, Teresa.
But other than that, the whole Ignite card was good matchmaking, great fights, very entertaining. Can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, I thought Ignite did a really good job with this card.
Yeah, the venue is nice too. I like the venue.
Well, now how about we get into some professional fighting? UFC, Orlando?
Yeah, some UFC. Steven Thompson, Kevin Holland, arguably fight of the year, back and forth. Holland actually broke his hand in the fight, so that was a shame. But once again, I mean, that was a great fight. Very back and forth. Then my boy Tai Tuivasa, he got knocked out by the polar bear, first round KO. Tai Tuivasa comes to Bain, Western Wall, Sydney, Australia. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of disappointed I didn't see a shoey, but maybe next time. But, I mean, it was a great card, all finishes.
Yep.
Pay-per-view coming this Saturday, too. You got Jan Bolovic versus Nagdov Angelov, so that'll be a good fight.
That'll be a really good one.
Well, yeah.
How about those Vikings this past week?
Yeah, let's get into the Vikings, huh? We like to mix it up here a little bit. I know we talk mostly about the Vikings, but we're going to start getting into more local fights and stuff. Kind of mixing it up and getting everyone to hear anything. But
we're waiting on the Twins to make some moves so we can actually do something
yeah,
with
if that
them.
ever happens.
We'll see with that. Timberwolves, we'll talk a little bit about that. Neither of us are really big basketball
Carl
guys.
Anthony Towns out. They've been balling without him.
Yeah. And, I think
the Wild have been picking up some wins, too. That's big.
Yep.
Before we get into that Vikings recap, though, so it's been a real busy day in MLB today. The past week, Trey Turner signed an 11-year, $300 million deal with the Phillies.
They are going on a run next year.
They are. Think about it. They got Harper, Hoskins, good pitching staff, Aaron Nola. Oh, man.
Their bullpen's pretty good, too, actually.
Yeah, they're going to be dirty. They're a little pissed off losing to Houston in the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
And Phillies, go big or go home, baby.
Yeah, and I think they're loading up. Like I just said, I wish the Twins would make some moves.
Twins need to make moves. You see DeGrom signed with the Rangers.
Yep. That's crazy.
Why didn't the Twins, the Twins should have tried to make some moves on that.
We could have gone for Verlander.
Verlander's at the Mets now, so they kind of did a little swap.
Yep.
I think I'd much rather have DeGrom. Verlander, I want to say he's fading, but every time you say he's fading, he comes back even stronger.
Verlander's got the stuff, dude. His curveball's nasty. Got a nice slider.
I don't think the Twins are. I don't know what they're doing. I can honestly see Correa going to the Dodgers now.
Yeah, I don't.
Someone's got to fill that shortstop void for them. They got money.
I don't necessarily think we need the infield depth because we saw last year. I mean,
we just got Farmer, so that's not a bad pickup.
Yeah, and I really honestly believe pitching is we've all seen it. Pitching is the main thing that the Twins are lacking.
You got it. They got to get pitching. It's the same thing every single year.
Every year.
And then you get someone who's decent, and then what do? They ship them out.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, it's been a busy day, MLB offseason.
We'll keep posted on that, too.
Yeah, lots of big moves.
But the Vikings, we got good news.
How about the Vikings?
They won.
They won.
Another close one.
Yeah, not good. Not good for the blood pressure.
No, not at all. First half defense played phenomenal, but I saw a lot of rotating players. So DJ Wanham, Patrick Jones the second.
Patrick Jones, big game.
Hey,
he has a big game.
He was playing really well. I think keeping the legs fresh, keeping Zadarius fresh for later in the game. Daniil, I mean, he's young. He's going to be fresh. But even if you just rotate them out, blitzing, they were coming with a lot more blitzes.
You bring the heat. You're going to put pressure on them.
I mean, we saw what happened.
Mistakes. Yeah, but this Ed Dontel defense, as you saw, it really started coming alive in the second half. The Jets had 486 total yards, and we had 287.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that we won this game is kind of baffling to me. But the red zone defense is where we stepped up.
Man, and
forced them to kick those field goals.
Yeah,
huge.
And coming into the game, we were ranked one of the bottom teams as far as red zone scoring.
Yeah. Let me see here, actually.
But while he's looking that up, I mean, tackling, was terrible.
Oh,
it was
these guys. It's embarrassing.
I don't know what's up. It's just. I mean, come on, wrap up. You saw Zonovan Knight on the goal line. Zadarius just shouldered him.
Yep.
Bounced
Spin,
off.
almost got in.
And it happened more than once.
Multiple occasions.
Yeah, it's like, come on, guys. Look, you're NFL athletes.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of it is a lot of the guys in our defense are out of their prime.
Yeah.
So, when the guy gets a catch, it's not them making big, deep throws downfield. It's these little short dump offs. Then they run it up on us,
Yeah.
You got to make these tackles. It's day one stuff. It's back to the fundamentals.
Let's talk about Asamoah and Hicks for a minute. All right.
Yeah.
Why not put Asamoah in on these pass downs?
I like Asamoah. I like him a lot.
He's fast. I mean, he's borderline safety, linebacker.
And he's kind of a hybrid type guy.
Yep. And I think that with him on passing downs, obviously it's tough to tell there. I mean, you never know really for sure what it's going to be. But when it's more so passing down, I'd like to see Asamoah in there. He's fast, can keep up with the receivers, running backs, whatever he's got to keep up with.
Yeah.
Hicks, we've seen, has been burned. Especially, we saw it in the Cowboys game.
Big time.
Tony Pollard.
That Cowboys game. Oh, man. I can't believe you even mentioned it.
Well, I had to go back to it because we're seeing a lot of repetition there. And it's Hicks. He's allowing some big passes down the field.
Yeah.
And it's really the defense overall, this shell defense.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what happened in the second half. Because like we said, first half, they looked good. It was, 20-6 at halftime?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's no reason the game should have ended the way it did.
It should not have come that close.
And you're going to give me a goddamn heart attack this year.
Where did the offense go?
And the offense in the first half wasn't all that great either. Cousins started 0-5 to start the game. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah, he looked a little
And usually we start the game off super strong.
He looked really off. Some of those throws he was making.
They were just out of sync. I thought they were out of sync. We got the win, which thank God. But they looked out of sync. I saw Cousins overthrow. He overthrew Hawkinson on a play.
Overthrew. I mean,
Jefferson's
ball was catchable,
it was a little behind him.
Catchable.
But yeah, he should have caught that. They were just making basic fundamental mistakes. But
let's talk about Jefferson.
Yeah, he was kind of held in check. We were talking about that was a big match. I mean, he still had 7 catches, but Reed and Sauce were kind of switching off.
Yep.
But, I mean, he still got a touchdown. But I thought for the most part, I mean, they held him in check pretty well.
Reed was trying to talk the ish to Jefferson after that game. I don't know if you saw that or not. His tweet and his interview talking about he held Jefferson in check. And, Jefferson had a nice little clapback to him.
All I got to say is scoreboard.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Jefferson said something like that.
I think 7 receptions for 45 yards and a touchdown on the Jets defense, given their secondary.
Yeah. He still had 7 receptions.
It's pretty fair. I mean,
but a few interesting stats I actually saw. So the Vikings have, as you guys know, the second best record in the NFL, and they're a few things they do at a real high level.
Mm-hmm.
They don't commit a lot of penalties. They're 5th in the league in penalties. They limit turnovers on offense, 5th in the league on that. Mm-hmm. Forced turnovers on defense are 4th in the league for that. And then they win close games, which obviously every single game except for the Dallas and Eagles game have been close, neck and neck. And it's going to give me a damn heart attack.
Well, and the Packers game, but that's
I
don't like coming down to the end. I don't like it being down to the wire.
No, I was on my
way.
way home from the gym, and I was like, "Oh, it's 20-6, sweet." And then I turn the game back on, and then it starts getting closer and closer. I'm like, "What is going on here?" And I was even listening to PA and them on the radio on my way to work, and they said the same thing about the tackling. It's embarrassing. You got to make these tackles.
Yeah, and how about that Barrios drop at the end?
That, I honestly thought he caught it at first, and I was like, I do not like this. I do not want to see the 2-minute offense. It makes me scared.
Let's stop having to go down fourth quarter and get a game-winning drive. Granted, Kirk's been very good at it this year, but my blood pressure does not want to be so high all the time.
No, it gets you fired up. And then they do make a big play, and it's Cam Bynum and an interception to end the game. It's like, oh, thank God.
Cam Bynum is playing phenomenal this year.
Yeah.
He is enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, it's just, with the defense, I think it's not as much the players. I mean, we talked about the tackling; they do need to work on that, but just the play calling
scheme. Yeah,
it's terrible.
yeah.
And you look at their coaching staff; everybody's younger, and Ed Dontel, like, come on, man, you got Mike Zimmer pretty much as your defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
and you know something interesting I actually read when Mike Zimmer. So Justin Jefferson got called to the coach's office, right?
Yeah.
And it was his first time. He never went to the coach's office when Mike Zimmer was there.
That is such
It's insane. Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Well, I mean, we heard
Learn something new every day.
Him and Kirk Cousins, just started last year watching.
You mean
together?
Kirk Thuggins?
Yeah, Kirk O'Chains.
Come on. Did you see that? How about Kirk Jr. out there, that little 8-year-old kid?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Man. That is awesome.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big week this week too.
Detroit.
We saw last week they blew out Jacksonville 40-14.
Big time. Detroit's got I'm pretty sure they're top 5, top 10 in the league in scoring offense.
Yeah.
And I'm a little nervous for this week.
They've
won what, like 4 of their last 5 games?
Yeah, they've got a solid defense too.
I love Dan Campbell. He gets everyone fired up. He really cares about his guys, his team.
His team plays for him too. And the first half of the year, I was honestly thinking he might get fired.
I don't know, man. Detroit's always a real tough team. They were putting up a lot of points earlier in the year. They just weren't coming away with the wins.
That was mostly their defense not being able to make stops. But it looks like they've come around quite a bit.
That's what I'm worried about. They got Swift and Jamal Williams, and oh man, the defense is gonna have to step it up.
Amon-Ra St. Brown too.
Yeah,
he's a big playmaker. I think it's going to be – we got to stop him, and we saw it when we played them the first time too. He can make some big-time plays. So we got to keep him in check. The run game's going to be tough. Hopefully we have everybody back on the defensive line.
How about maybe Madison will get in the end zone?
I hope so.
To work again?
Again.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
He had some inspiration from the women's soccer. I don't know if you saw that celebration or not, but
yeah, I saw that.
That's where he got it from, and hey, what a great little spin on it. But
yeah, it was.
Hopefully,
I don't want to see it.
Yeah, we want to see him hit pay dirt, but we don't want to see that celebration.
And Dalvin Cook, he's been running hard. He's been running pretty hard this year. I think he's 5th in the league in rushing yards.
That brings up a good point, actually. When they started the game out, they were running a lot better.
Yeah.
Why stop running so much? We didn't have to pass. We could have, obviously it's a different offense now.
I love KOC, but sometimes I just like the 3rd and 1 and like 3rd and 2 shotgun formation, passing, like give the ball to Ham or Cook.
Yep.
Just run up the middle.
Yeah, I thought that we could have used a little bit more of the run game in the second half. It seems like for whatever reason, this team only plays one half or the other, or they play the first and fourth quarter.
It's like they don't play the whole game.
We got to see it.
You got to pedal to the metal, put a foot on their neck, and
obviously we're
do the thing.
Obviously, we're going to the playoffs, right?
Yeah, if we beat Detroit this week, we clinch the playoffs.
And we clinch our division, yeah, and I think we're going to make playoffs regardless, whether we lose or not. Oh,
yeah. With our schedule, we have the easiest schedule remaining in the league.
Yeah.
Out of all the teams, easiest schedule.
And I like our odds, but I don't know if – I'd like to say we're going to make it to a Super Bowl, but it's tough to say with this team.
I'll tell you what, if you get the first round bye, that's huge.
And play all games at home.
That would be first round bye. We'd probably get Philly.
Well,
but I don't know. San Francisco was kind of on a roll, the team, but now you see Garoppolo broke his foot.
Yeah, they're down to Purdy now. And
Purdy, he looked kind of Purdy when he was playing.
So call me crazy, but Baker Mayfield's out there.
Yeah, I actually saw someone said something about Cam Newton. It's like, I don't know. I mean, that personnel does fit him, but
yeah, but I think it's really tough to say. I mean, there's some guys out there. If they want to really make a push, they're gonna have to grab somebody. I don't think they want to play with third string quarterback, but
so hopefully they get the win this Sunday against Detroit.
We need it. I'd like to clinch the division, and we're we also need the Eagles to lose.
Man, they got a pretty favorable schedule on the way out.
They do. They actually just blew the Titans out too. It's looking tough. That Phillies team is built. It's stacked.
I think Dallas will beat them. Dallas lost the first game, but Dallas has been 54-19 last night.
Gosh.
I thought us getting 40 put on us was bad.
I mean,
54, a 50 ball?
It's the Colts.
Woo! Dog again.
We're
playing Madden here?
Yeah, it is the Colts. But, we'll see how it plays out. Let's get this win against the Lions. And then look forward.
In the meantime, hopefully the Twins
make some moves.
The market is hot right now.
Yeah, there's some players still out there.
Let's spend some money. Get some players.
I agree.
Do the damn thing.
Yeah, this is Keeping Up with the North, your home of Minnesota Daily Sports. Be sure to hit that like, that subscribe, and that bell down below.
Yeah, and we're out.
We'll catch you guys next week.
Truth be told, yourself is your toughest opponent. When your moment comes, grab hold and own it. Own it.